Are they mustn't have war mode on because I can't see them.
Oh, I didn't. Nope. They have war mode on. I just turned it on, and now. Oh! I'm dead. Am I dead? Nope. Nope. Cloak of Shadows.
Yes.
Cloak of Shadows vanished.
Boys, change of plans. We're going to break.
What just happened?
Man.
Yeah, I can't see anybody.
They were all right here. Did they all just jump in the harbor?
No,
They could
they're
have
all.
just
The
phased.
harbor is just. I guess no. They're in Tradewinds Market.
No. Oh, they were. I must have
I have
sharded.
war mode on. I have war mode on. I can't see anybody.
Are you not flagged for PvP?
No.
Oh no, they're in Tradewinds Market. They're right by the inn.
Yeah, I sharded over.
I'm flagged. Yeah, I'm flagged. I'm not. I can't see them. Hey, have any of you guys had frame rate problems since the latest patch? Like I was running at 100, and now it's down to like 60.
To be quite honest, that's my average 60.
I got net.
Fucking
netted,
100
bro.
frames per second. This guy, Jesus. What kind of graphics card are you running?
I've got an Nvidia. Let me check it. I can never remember.
About to say, 'cause there's like a million of those things.
I'm running a Titan Net.
1080p.
I have
It's RTX 2080 Super.
that's pretty. That's a pretty good graphics card.
Yeah, yours is a little. Yours is better than mine. I got an RTX 2060. For the Alliance.
I have a small version of GTX 1060.
I'm gonna put one message. Oh god, I'm hearthing into Borealis right now. What the fuck did I just do?
Do you have war mode on?
Nope.
You're
Then
fine.
you're fine.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just turning things off.
I'm gonna put a quick message into the guild chat, and then I'm gonna run to the bathroom and sort it out.
Love the Borealis music.
It's in Oldham, right? The door.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm already standing there.
Or the 1070 Founders Edition.
Mm.
Ooh.
I don't know what my graphics
You gotta get the 3070 Founders Edition. Be able to you'll be able to see the hairs inside of Thrall's mouth from a mile away.
I think I'm gonna upgrade the card. It doesn't match my CPU anyway.
Am I missing something here? I still don't see any.
Yeah, you also might need to. You'd honestly might even actually need to upgrade your PSU. Those things the new cards draw a lot of power.
Well, I'm running a 16 core, 128 bits, so it should be okay.
I mean,
I literally got this machine just for this game.
what? Why would you get a good machine to play? Why you can play this on a toaster?
Well, because I was enjoying the 100 frame rate. Now I don't have it.
I just want to see my mythic Nya'lotha gear in 120 frame rate. Yeah, this guy wants to be able to see faster. He wants to see in frame rates faster than the human eye can perceive. Do you know what purple looks like in 120 frame rate? No, but I know what it looks like in 4K.
Okay. Cool ass. Exactly. Got him. Dunk.
I just play on my phone.
You can play OSRS on your phone.
Best mount I got, baby.
Alright, ladies and germs. Let's see. We have, let's see who we're... Let's put that there. Do have quite a few hands in here. Thing. Are missing Pyro. Oh, I think some stuff on the sun. Screenshot of the attendance of the guild event in game, so that way I can see who's here and who's not. Alright, so attendance here. Do we have Fell Iron in here? Yeah, I see him. Okay, we've got Fire. Do we have Elahar here anywhere?
They're here early.
Okay, because I signed up for the event, but
they're in here earlier. They're on the island. So.
Valgrim, where's he? He signed up. Looks like he's in Nya'lotha right now though, so fuck him. Okay. Let's send a quick PM to Pyro and just see where he's at.
Legit.
That bad, huh?
Yeah. Pants turn two different colors.
Okay. Fat dumps. Quick thing. You and I are intentionally going to be in separate groups because of what we talked about in the last officers meeting. I want to hear about how good you do as a raid leader for like separate groups. So
I did raid lead the last week of the heroic push because nobody was on Friday. when Vanya had the tank. Wrathion.
Yep, that was interesting.
Yeah. we got him like third or fourth goal.
Hey, we beat him. That's all that matters.
Oh, you got him as a guild?
Yeah, we had to pug a few people. It's not just people on his Friday. Yeah.
Makes me fucking happy. Alright, so Pyro will be on about 5 minutes, so that's good. We're gonna have you and him go in one group. Thor and I will go in another, but it's about that. We have Mal in here. No, it doesn't look like Mal's here. Okay. Send her a PM. See if she's still down.
What yours?
Oh, did it fall?
My bad for a quick hang up.
It says yada yada fridge money on it.
Yeah,
it's not very.
I figured it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Anybody know who Ebony Kai is? No? Anybody?
Yeah, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody's name.
Fair enough.
That's me. That's Neshova.
Oh, okay. Alright, cool. We have Legenda, we have Fire, we have Fell Iron, we have Nashova, we have Sildala as Aralis, we have myself, McThor, we have Phantoms, we have Zogman, we have Vanya. you have Alaria? Go ahead and check and kill. I think I saw that they were on. Alaria, Pyro, we have Stinky Feet.
Hey,
Yeah,
Geralt.
Yes.
Somebody whispered me, asking who our GM was, and I told him it was you. And then he said that he can't find you. I guess like when you /who's, he can't find you. Are you like supposed to be like offline or something? You like marked as offline. And
I don't even know how it's possible to do that in game.
It's possible, but he's on.
Yeah, I told him that he's on. He said that zero players found.
Oh, that happens from time to time. They just need to keep trying. If they go into the guild menu in game, the guilds and communities in Marshal Law, they should see that.
I don't think they're in our guild. Is the thing. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Then they just need to keep trying to type in my name, Geralt Hakar, or if anything, they can send me mail in game. Tell them they can do that worst case scenario. I'll get that either way. Okay, so let's see here. Let me bring up a sticky note and I'll organize the groups that way. I apologize, everybody. The reason I didn't do this ahead of time is because I didn't really know what our final attendance would be. So,
no worries.
Will be.
Are you saying you are unable to predict the future like the rest of us?
Yes. Vanya.
Yeah, we all know the Zogman is an omniscient being. Transcends.
Do we have so I know we have Vanya and Zogman as healers. Do we have anybody else as healers in this group right now?
Fire is a healer.
Cool.
You're kind of low, Vanity Star. Are you like far away from your mic?
I'm gonna turn the user volume up on my end too, so I can.
Yeah, I'll just turn your volume.
Is that better?
Yeah, that works. I'm gonna turn up
Yeah.
on my end. There we go.
I can heal, tank, or DPS, whatever you need me to do.
Did you get a message from Cody Bug? He might just send you a mail. In which case you have to wait an hour.
Okay. They just said "legasp." I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. Anyways, okay. So, in group 1 we'll have myself, Nikor, Vanya. We'll do Jinda. Hey Pyro, I see that you snuck in.
Hey.
Do Vanya, and we'll do Fire as healers in our group. I'll start group 2 in a second. I'll just type in the easy one now. So we'll do Pyro, Stinky Feet as the tanks, Zogman. Vanity, are you okay with healing?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool, thank you. And it's Manalandi, right?
No, not anymore. It's Nowaki. Already.
Gasp! Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Terrorist Zogman. General chat. Milwaukee Proudmore. Okay, I'll type in the realm name just in case. Milwaukee Proudmore. Okay. We'll put fat dumps in that group too.
Are you typing this in a place that I'm supposed to be able to see?
No.
Okay, good.
Because basically I'm separating into two groups and then I'm going to rattle it off. And then we're going to go into normal and heroic appropriately. So like group 1 will go into the normal Nathria normal channel. Group 2 will go into the Nathria heroic channel.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Let's see, we'll start going with DPS now. Now that we got the tanks and healers filled for each group. We'll need at least 12 DPS.
If you could put Fell Iron in group 1 with me, that would be amazing. It's my son.
Yeah, no problem, man. Alright, so Fell Iron will go with you into group 1. Yappers, you'll go into group 2. Yappers, is your friend in the voice chat right now?
Yeah, it's Padlock.
Alright, so Padlock, you're gonna go with Yappers in group 2.
Copy that.
5, 6, we need 4 more for group 1. Let me do that right now. We'll do Nashava to group 1. Ooh. Do Sildala in group 1 as well. Alright, who else do we have in here? Alright, who do I have in here that isn't assigned to a group? I have pretty much everybody in here. Siri, are you, wait, what's going on?
I don't know.
Okay, cool. Good talk. I don't think Sane or Vespasian signed up for tonight, if memory serves me right.
Yeah, I didn't see them on the... Yeah, they're not there.
I just found a frame rate setting that seems to have changed. Ha! I'm back in business.
This guy can see.
Oh, was it cap?
Yeah, there was a target frame rate that's set itself to 60 in system for some reason.
Fucking last minute prep.
Hey, why is my target FPS 60?
Right.
What the fuck?
Wait, is that an interface thing?
Nah, it's in advanced. It's just in advanced settings.
Oh wow, really?
In advanced systems.
I gotta up my target cap then for DP for that shit. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for group 1. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for group 2. So we need a total of 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 DPS in order to fill out 2 groups of 10.
I still look good.
Anybody know if I can display my FPS on my screen? just like in WoW.
Do you have like the NVIDIA GeForce stuff?
Yeah, I do.
I think it's Control Z open. Control Z opens settings menu, I think.
Yeah.
My bad. It's Alt Z, and I think I might have had some settings.
Try Control R.
The thing is, I think Control R might be bound. Wow. But yeah, Control R is a bound key. It's my sheath unsheath.
Well, that's the default command, so go rebind it.
The Z is the default.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna wait a minute or two for people to respond to what I posted in guild chat. Well, I can start inviting people for my group. If you
I'll start. I'll do that actually.
You seem a little busy right now, trying to bind your keys.
No, I'm fine. I'll invite you.
Sheath or unsheath?
Yeah, if anything, I'll start.
I invite you. And
Need to get the damn ward list.
I will.
Enough.
Give me assist, bro.
Let me.
So we got a fire totem.
Transmog looks too good. And they're not a true demon hunter, too.
Yeah. Who else is in my group, girl?
You have Pyro, Stinky Feet, Zogman, Yappers, Padlock, and you also have Vanity Star is on Nowaki from the Proudmoore server.
I'm on an alt 2. What am I going in the normal? Probably going in the normal one.
You're going in with me, so let me send you an invite. And then Bell Iron. What characters? There's Fell Iron. Okay. It's Fell Iron. Vanya, are you on Solomon? Or are you on
Yep, I'm trying out my priest tonight. See how that goes. I can jump over to Vanya if it's struggling.
Interesting. Heads up, those of you who are in a those of you who are like doing quests right now, if you're in a raid group, you will not get progress towards quests and such. So beware. Get Legenda in my group.
Give me 5 minutes real quick, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Dark room 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. What else am I missing?
Ebony.
Oh, we've got you. We've got Fell Iron. Fuck, I'm missing something. Nashua. There we go. Nashua, which tune are you on right now?
Ebony Kai?
Ebony Kai? Okay.
He disappeared.
Worst case scenario, if it's absolutely needed, we can pug for roles that we need. I just want to try and get as many people as I can.
Well, we got 3 tanks.
Oh, I invited Stinky Feet by mistake. My bad. Sorry, Stinky Feet, you're in group 2.
Alright.
Okay, I think that's everybody I have on my list for my group, and then...
If anything, I'll start heading to Summoning Stone just in case.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So we're probably just going to need to try and find a few pugs for DPS, so thankfully it's for DPS. It's the one time I've never had to worry about tanks or healers in a fucking event like this.
So you should tell Fats who else he should invite into group 2.
Yes.
How many people do you have so far?
4.
Okay, so you need Pyro, Stinky Feet, Zogman, Yappers, Padlock, and Nowaki. Nowaki is on the Proudmoore server. That's who Vanity Star is on right now.
Okay, cool.
You may have to do that again, but slower.
What?
I think he was talking about my fat rip.
Well, we're still with 4.
Okay. So, Fat Dumps. I'm going to read off the names. I'm going to ask him if you have them in your group yet. Do you have Pyro?
Pyro, Zog, Yappers, and Fats is just...
Okay, you need Stinky Feet.
I invited
no,
Stinky Feet. He just declined.
No, I pressed accept.
It said Stinky Feet declines your group invitation. I'll invite you again.
Alright, do it again.
Do it again.
There we go.
Now you need Yappers.
Yappers.
Got him.
Okay,
Yeah.
now you need Padlock.
Can't invite them to raid content. It said.
Looks like he's in
Oh, okay. So, Padlock, how committed are you to that Siege of Orgrimmar run?
Sorry, my bad. I just got back. I'm leaving it right now. I apologize.
No problem.
Happens to the best of us.
I don't know, man. He might have ahead of the curve he's trying to hit.
You should. Ahead of the curve.
I'm still
know, man.
I'm still three
think
achievements away.
I think you're like 9 years too late for that, man.
Still 3 achievements away.
Don't worry, I would have liked the mount for ahead of the curve on Siege of Orgrimmar as well.
Thank you, Zog.
Okay, do you have Nowaki in your group?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
We have 7 people in our group.
Congratulations, that is everybody who's here so far.
Hello.
Okay, looks like nobody loves us. Sounds great. Fuck, now I'm dropping shit. Okay, let's bend down and grab this. So, Pyro.
Yo.
For the cauldrons, I actually have enough ingredients on me to make one, but I do not have the skill yet to make them. If you make it and then pass it to me, would I still be able to use it?
No, well, okay, so unfortunately the cauldron's account bound.
Okay. Alright.
So the answer to that one, unfortunately, is a big fat freaking no.
Okay, well at least I have 4 of each flask.
Yeah. if somebody in your crew has the alchemist thing, what I could do is, well, what somebody could do is if they have the alchemist to make the greater mythical cauldron or just a mythical cauldron, is just pass it to them, let them make it, and then drop it when you guys are ready to, right before you guys are ready to go.
Do you have two?
Okay.
I only have the one, unfortunately. Nobody else in my crew, or nobody else in any of my tunes has any type of professions.
All right. So I think now we'll probably just move to the respective channels. So everybody who's in Group 1, we're gonna move to Castle Nathria Normal. Everybody in Group 2 is gonna move to Castle Nathria Heroic. So everybody who's with that, yeah. So I believe Quick Talk is on this channel. That's only because you know, raiding does require a good amount of coordination. So let's see, we're gonna move Stinky Feet to Group 2 because he's being a dumb. There we go. Okay. So does anybody here have the ability to make mystical cauldrons?
Oh, that might be a no.
All right, that's worst things have happened. So we're gonna gather everybody outside the entrance. And I'm gonna hand out some potions. So everybody gather to me. I am flying just above the ground.
Me and Fell Iron are on war mode, and I can just give him one. I have endless flasks of fathoms.
All right, fair enough. As long as you have the appropriate flask to give him. McThor, you're also on war mode. Why must you do this? It's okay. I can just give you a potion in the raid. Sildala, what's your appropriate stat as the demon hunter? Is it agility?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are getting Flask of the Currents. And you're getting a stack of potions of Unbridled Fury. There you go.
Thank you.
Fell Iron, I've got some potions of Unbridled Fury I can give you. That's basically potion you drink during the boss fights. For 1 minute, it gives you a chance to deal 440 additional fire damage to your target. So, very good. Ebony Kai, same thing for you. Ebony Kai's in the raid, I believe.
Yeah, in with me, inside.
Okay, Solomon, right here. I'm going to give you a flask of Endless Fathoms. There we go.
Thank
Are we
you.
okay to head in?
Yeah, we can head in now. Nobody needs to get summoned on our side. We'll probably need to summon pugs, but I mean, we've got a warlock, so that's a huge plus on our side.
What are we missing?
We're just missing 2 DPS.
Well, Mel said she was getting on. I don't know.
Yeah, I sent her a PM, but she has not responded. So
we can go in, right? It's all good?
Yes. Let me check the raid difficulty. Yep, normal. So we're good.
Whoop whoop.
What's up?
Oh, I just said whoop whoop.
Oh, okay. Alright, everybody take a quick second to check your talents. I do have Tome of the Tranquil Minds. I have plenty of them, so I can give them to people who need to reorganize their talents real quick. But a lot of these fights are going to be based off of single target and all that jazz. So you want, especially for DPS, you want to be, your objective is you want the optimal talents for single target damaging. Just in case, I'm going to give myself Death Pact instead of Wraith Walk for some extra aliveness.
So how's everybody's day?
Not too bad.
Oh, fantastic.
I got my DK at level 15 now, by the way. There's
Hey, there you go.
I kind of passed out because of meds earlier, so I didn't get to play them very much.
No problem.
Is this a movement heavy fight?
Some of it is.
Only when he drops Cataclysm.
Yes. So let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and get those markers started. McThor, I'm going to give you raid assist. Okay. So I'm going to explain the fight to you guys before I set up the pug, so that way we can get everything started. So first things first, the tanks are going to want to bring Wrathion to his side, so that way his frontal cone and his tail attack does not harm anybody else in the raid. Now, while he's doing that, the healers and the DPS will occasionally get afflicted with a debuff, which will deal more damage the more people are stuck inside the circle. So when people get that, they're going to want to run the circle out. It's going to be pretty obvious when you get it. Now, let's see, straighten these out a little. He's going to occasionally deal. He's going to occasionally do an ability where he starts like swishing around all this wind about him. When he does that, you're going to want to obviously get out of it. When he does an ability, I believe it's called Cataclysm. He's going to initially go kind of like invisible. Blackhawks. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Alright, so when he does his Cataclysm ability, he's going to go invisible, and he's going to go to a specific spot around this ring. Now, generally, the safest spot to be when he does this is going to be the complete opposite side of where he's going to go. So say he goes over to circle, safest bet is going to be over towards square, but whoever is the raid lead is going to want to, or whoever is basically handling callouts, is going to want to tell everybody where to go, because there's going to be a bunch of swirly patches on the ground while he's doing it, and everybody is going to want to run the fuck away from those things, because if you get caught in any of them, you're probably going to die. That being said, basically everybody's going to huddle, nuts to butts, all that stuff, so that way we can basically take as little damage as possible. While he's doing it, there's going to be constant damage to the whole group, but if we stand in the fire, you're going to die. Immediately after he finishes casting the ability, like as we're going back to him, he's going to highlight several patches on the ground between us and him, and he's going to shoot some fireballs out that will leave these like little ashy spots on the ground. When he does that, you just basically kind of sidestep out of the circles. The easiest way to avoid the damage from those circles altogether is to just wait like 2 or 3 seconds after he's finishing casting Cataclysm, and then start moving, because those circles won't be anywhere near you. There is one thing I forgot to mention. When he does his swirling ability, not burning Cataclysm, but basically when he starts swirling the aerial attack that we have to run out of, he's going to summon those same little fire swirlies on the ground that will target people exactly as they are, and they just sidestep out of it. Now, those circles will also leave like little ashy pools. Now, those ashy pools will eventually, during stage 2, he'll become invisible again, and all these shards will start popping up. Now, what needs to be done is we need to kill all the shards in order to end the phase, because there's like a hidden timer that's going on. It's like about a minute or so. We need to try and do as much AoE damage to all the shards as possible, or else any remaining shards that are up when the ability ends, he's going to apply a permanent dot on all of us for the rest of the fight. Now, while he does that, I think there's like 2 or 3 scales that come off of him that fall to the ground near him. We need the more mobile people in the party to grab those and basically start running around and running through the shards that are like kind of like more away from the pack. Sildala, you're definitely going to be one of them because as a demon hunter, you have all the mobility.
So you want me to stand in the circle, then run around and hit the scales?
Yeah, basically, when he does that ability where he turns invisible and makes all the shards appear, he's going to have a couple scales fall off of him, like 2 or 3. And then basically, you want to stand in the circle where the scale is going to land, and then you'll get like a buff, or it's either a buff or a debuff, and you just start running around to mostly the shards that are kind of like away from the pack, so to speak, because the rest of us will be attacking with AoE damage to try and bring.
And do I actually need to hit the shards, or can I just run through them?
No, you can just run through them.
Okay,
that's
cool.
That's the whole point of getting that shard. You run, getting that scale. When you get the scale and you run through a shard, you instantly kill it. That's the whole point of getting that scale.
Cool.
So
does that make me the other one for spirit?
If you hang on a second, let me bring up who's talking.
Fire. So I got Spirit Wolf.
Yeah, Spirit Wolf will probably be good if we don't get another mobile person. So, we'll kind of keep you on standby for that. If there's no other mobile person we bring in via pugs, then we'll go that way. But that is basically the fight. Wash, rinse, repeat until we kill him. So, any questions?
1 cycle easy.
1 cycle is best.
So, Legenda, have you tanked this before?
I did it yesterday on Heroic with the friends group.
Have you got DBM on?
Yeah, the mouse pad.
Yeah.
I don't have any add-on.
Alright, so we're gonna have to taunt on and off, right? When we get 2 stacks of Geralt, do you remember what it is? What we get 2 stacks of? I just can't remember.
I can look it up right now.
So I can make the call out when to taunt on and off. So I'll start with him and I'll call out.
It's called Searing Armor.
That's it. So when we get 2 stacks of Searing Armor, the other tank has to taunt off. So I'll see it in my DBM and I'll let you know when you need to taunt off. But you'll probably need DBM at some point because making the call outs can get pretty hard in the later bosses.
Yeah. I need to get some add-ons. I haven't figured out which route I want to go through.
No, so when it's time to taunt off, I'll just say taunt off. So really during it, no one will be talking except you, me, and Geralt. So you and I for the taunts and Geralt for everything else.
Also, Ebony Kai, you're gonna want to keep your battle res handy. So make sure you got that key bound because we are pretty much going to be the ones responsible for battle resing people at an appropriate time. Tanks and healers are always going to take top priority. But yeah, we'll basically do that.
So I've heard 3 different places for add-ons, so which one is the best?
I would say right now the simplest is the Twitch web app.
Yeah, but isn't that going away soon though? Annoying.
That is, but for a quick fix, it is going to be the simplest.
I used to use curse words a lot.
They're nowhere near getting that sorted out yet. I was reading about it. I wouldn't worry too much. Twitch will be fine.
Yeah, Twitch is fine for now. So do you have Twitch on your PC, Legenda?
No.
Okay, so go to twitch.tv in your web browser.
Twitch.tv/Soldala for a sick WoW gameplay 7 days a week.
Hey, no self-promotion.
I already did it in the brain info chat.
Alright, I'm there.
Alright, I'll let it slide. So, actually, sorry, to be more accurate, you're going to go in your web browser, you're going to search up Twitch app, download Windows. Fell Iron, I would say Soulstone, one of the tanks. But I hold off on it, don't do it yet. Don't do it yet until we're just about to start. So, when you search up Twitch app downloads Windows, you're just going to hit the first result. And then you're going to go to Twitch app for Windows. Or download for Windows, whatever. run through the installer, and then once the Twitch app opens, you basically go to... Yeah, there'll be a tab on the top saying mods, and then you can browse add-ons for, you know.
I'm installing now. Jeez, I gotta create a name.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
What does Wolfgang mean by fresh or no?
Like, basically, if it's a fresh lockout.
Oh, right.
Like, nothing has been killed.
No more being horny.
Shiro wants in.
Okay. I know Yappers and Fat Dumps in their group has less people than us, so I offered them to invite him first.
Okay. And Drew as well.
Oh, okay. So, Fire Totem. Oh, wait, but Fire Totem and Drewland are both healers. So.
I can jump to a DPS. I can bring in my mage.
Sure. We'll do that. Go ahead and hop on your mage, and we'll bring in Drewland.
This thing's being a dick.
The Twitch thing? What's going on?
Well, I clicked every picture for everything that it says. It says unable to create an account.
What do you mean?
When I went to go create the Twitch account, it made me verify that I'm not a robot. And you gotta click certain pictures like traffic lights, fire hydrants, blah blah blah. I did all that without fail, and now it says it's unable to create account.
Okay, you want to try it again?
It won't let me use that email.
Okay. In that case, McThor, just for now, are you able to, do you know if DBM tells you when you need to taunt off of another tank? Like when another tank
It tells me when I'm on too, so I'll tell him. Yeah, it does, basically.
Okay, alright, so we'll just do that for now. Because Twitch is not being kind to Legenda. So.
There is another place. What was it? WowUp.io?
True. There's that. So if you want to get that set up while I find us some pugs. Can we have 2 people volunteer to go summon Drewland?
I would, but I'm on war mode.
Yeah, I'm on war mode too.
Alright, looks like they got at least somebody on their group besides.
Just need one person to help me summon.
Sildala's on his way out.
I'm a good helper.
I don't remember who told me about WoW, but I just remember.
That's what I'm using right now. It's really good.
Oh god.
Yeah, WoW Up seems like it's from what I understand, talking with Fat Dumps earlier, he's been reading up on it, and it sounds like it's supposed to be a not quite as good come up for the gap that is going to be left with Twitch.
Alright, so what do we need now? Just a pug, yeah?
Yep, just one pug. I'm going to set it up right now. Does everybody know what they need to do for this fight? Anybody need anything explained? Yes, no, maybe so.
I'm just trying to figure out what add-ons I need.
Realistically, just deadly boss mods. That's like the minimum you need. You know?
Yeah.
Hi, Pandini. I believe you're with the other group that's running right now.
Do I need to restart my WoW for it to...
Yes. Yeah, just go down to the heroic channel. So calm and collected.
I'm sad that my other account is attached to the Storm Rage server.
Alright, so I guess we're gonna try and grab Siri. Make it an all guild runs, that way we can flex on the other group. Siri, hello.
Bleh.
Okay, I see that. Where is my DBM? Or is that just automatically show?
DBM doesn't really muck with your interface too much. It'll basically just show up with like certain text things.
Oh, I see it now. Welcome to DBM for a list of supported commands.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot you need to do with DBM. It helps a lot with like warning you of things you'll need to do.
Roger that. So I got that in there now.
Is Siri in war mode?
He might be.
I can go get him with someone.
I can go with you.
Sure. Alright, Sherry, we got 2 people with war mode on there. Gonna come in and summon you. Actually, we don't even need to do that. We have a warlock. We can summon a gate. Oh well, too late. They're going.
I'm already out.
Siri, is your mic working?
I don't see the other one.
Okay, I'm out here summoning. There we go.
Siri, I think you might be muted. I know this channel
Push to talk.
Yeah, this channel is set to push to talk.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it was my end.
No problem. Siri, do you know the Wrathion fight in Nya'lotha?
That's the one with dragon, right?
Yeah, the big dragon right at the beginning.
I think I have an idea how to do. I have to keep away from the middle, whatever the direction goes.
Yeah. So basically, you have deadly boss mods, right?
Deadly boss mode on, yes.
Okay. So then you'll know what you need to do because it'll give you the prompts. So when you get the big fire circle around you, you need to run away from everybody else. Other than that, you're going to be generally following the pack. Okay?
Okay, I'm already in because I got the war mode on. So.
Alright. So, Siri,
We got
we're
a
gonna
squad?
do... Yes, sir. We have a full guild group. Suck it, group 2. Okay, so who does not have a flask?
I don't have any.
Who was that? Was that Legenda?
Legenda.
Okay. Victor, do you need one?
No, I've got a few.
I need one probably.
Alright. Siri, I'm also going to give you a stack of Flask of the Endless, Potions of Unbridled Fury. You take them during a boss fight every minute or so, and it has a chance to add extra fire damage to your target.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really handy thing for DPS.
So which one are the one that we're gonna take right now?
You're gonna take Flask of the Endless Fathoms right now. It lasts an hour, so you should be good on that regards. Does anybody else need
Everybody.
Okay.
Black rocks.
Oh yeah, let's get a soul well if you can.
I'm still
Fell iron, please. I'm going to assume everybody has what they need to have. Does anybody need potions of unbridled fury? Anybody at all?
Fell iron does.
Let me put a table out there. See if anybody wants some of this.
Oh, the mage cookies. Brulan, you made it just in time, my boy.
It's two different.
It is set to push to talk for this channel, Drulan, just so you know. Who else needed them?
5 critical strike. It's done.
Okay. There you go. Everybody should have a stack. Vanya, do you need a flask of the Endless Fathoms?
Sure, thank you.
Problem. Alright, everybody's got the flasks. Everybody who needs Unbridled Fury's got them. We got Lock Rocks. Fell Iron, if you can Soulstone Legenda, please. Legenda or McThor, either one. Doesn't matter. Just one of the tanks.
The leaders are the X and the skull, right?
Yep. Skull, X, and Square. Those are our tanks, and then Skull, myself, is the leader.
Okay, that's another square way in the back.
Yes,
that's where we're gonna.
That's for like places we run to.
Gotcha.
You're gonna hear them being called out, and you're gonna run to those places. At least the place that we call. Just gonna fix one flag in the back here, and then we're good to start doing some pulls. Man, this is exciting. Okay, ready checks going out. Everybody get into position. So we'll have DPS like around here. DPS and healers.
Sorry, Grant, I'll pull him and take him first. So, Legenda, I'll make the call when I need to be. I need you to taunt him off me.
Here we go.
Right.
Okay, where you want DPS at?
DPS are gonna be on Wrathion's side. So the tanks are gonna turn Wrathion to his side, and we're gonna hit at him from the side at all times. Do not go in the front of Wrathion. Do not go in the back of Wrathion. He does have a tail attack. Other than that, all the DBM should tell you all the other abilities that you need to watch out for. At least in the beginning, healers and DPS are going to want to come up a little closer. Legenda, when you are not tanking Wrathion, you're going to want to be at his side so you don't take damage you don't need to take. When it comes time for you to taunt, get into position first and then taunt. So basically, get into his front, get into Wrathion's front, and then taunt him. All right. Let's see. Fell Iron, I did hear you earlier. Can you try and speak now? Okay, I cannot hear him anymore.
So are you facing him left or right first?
We're face him to the right. It's pretty much easiest.
We normally do left, I think.
Left? Oh, okay.
Depends on which left. Yeah, I was gonna go left.
Yeah.
My left. So your left right now.
That's why I ask.
It doesn't. To be frank, it doesn't ultimately matter which way we face him. It's just so long that way his front is not pointing at the rest of us. His front or his back, rather. Anyways, ready check is going out. Now, I'm going to do a pull timer, but I'm going to be a little generous with our first one. Just so that way I can make sure everybody who needs food items are going to go. Oh, doy. Alright guys, locked, cocked, ready to rock. Let's do this.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, Aralis and Nine. You guys need to run those circles out. Away from other people. There you go.
Okay, taunt him off me now.
There you go, beautiful. Good job. Oh my god, I'm so fucking slow in comparison. Good job running those circles out. Uh-oh, McDor, too much.
I'm taking him now.
Alright, get out of the circle. Watch out for circles that spawn onto you. Alright, get ready to run.
4.
He's going over by square, so let's get over to diamond. Purple. Purple, purple, purple.
Beware.
Alright, we're getting way up in here. Nuts to butts, everybody, nuts to butts. Alright, now wait a few seconds. There we go. Now go. Tanks, get on them. Sari, remember, don't stay in his front.
No, I thought he was gonna pull it to the other side, so I just went that way.
I understand. Just be aware.
Okay, taunt him off me now.
Alright, run those circles out. Make sure you're watching out the behind. We're doing good, guys. Keep it up.
Yeah, I've got him now.
Alright, watch out for the Gale Blast. Alright, we're in phase 2 right now. I got incineration on me.
5.
Make sure Aralis and Drew fire totem. Oh shit.
Beware.
Hang on. Oh shit. I fucked that up.
Yeah.
You thought we were in the other phase, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna immediately start the other phase. I forgot he does Cataclysm and then does the other phase.
You thought he was gonna
We got
fly
this,
over,
you're
huh?
good.
Yeah, let's go ahead and reset. It's been a while. It's been a while. So everybody go ahead and
Now we're in phase 2.
right? Fuck. I was a little too soon on that. That's alright though, we weren't doing too bad. Nobody died yet, besides Fire Totem. But it's okay, Fire Totem. No hard feelings.
I'm gonna remember to, heal myself.
Right? I mean, who fucking heals the healer? Come on, man.
We did so much N'Zoth and Vex runs, you just forgot every single other boss, didn't you?
Nah, not entirely. It's just, it's been too long since I've done these guys.
Hey, this is halfway there. He's helped.
Right. I feel like we could have had him if I didn't muck up. It's all right though.
Hey, shit happens, man.
You guys get to see how crazy the stacks get. Oh my god, 10. How many stacks do you guys get? Holy fuck.
I see he's on 28 right now.
Jesus Christ, McThor. Just die already.
Nah, man, he's got this.
Sorry, I can't taunt.
Okay. That's alright. That really wasn't that bad for our first run. Let's just go ahead and recoup. If anybody needs to repair, we'll go ahead and take care of that. Although, I really don't think... I only lost 1% durability, that whole fucking thing. Wow. Alright, Fell Iron, if you have it available, go ahead and Soulstone... We'll say Soulstone Legenda. Because Ebony, Kai, and I can both do battle reses, so we can have one ready for McThor or any of the healers.
Dylan, I feel special.
Alright, awesome.
Damn, girl. Damage.
Yes. It does not hurt that I am in Mythic Nya'lotha gear.
Shout, McThor, shout. We need... Oh, you did.
Come on, what is this, amateur hour?
If it was Twilight Devils, if I still had Twilight, that guy would be down now.
Right?
I miss it.
God, it's like playing with a huge handicap. Okay, let's get in a position, doing another pull timer. This one's gonna be a little shorter.
It's gonna decrease by 5 seconds every try.
Yes, more. More! I want to decrease the amount of time between pulls, so...
Yep, we're gonna get down to 1 second.
1.
I was about to say, he's not turning. Oh no.
Damn it.
Taunt now.
Yeah.
Damn, you guys got that transition on point. Good job.
Metamorphosis.
Watch out behind. He does still have that tail attack.
Beware.
Alright, he's moving over to... Diamond, let's go over to X. Red X.
Beware.
Yep, right over on the corner here. Nuts to butts.
Oh my god, I'm not jumping. I
Want everybody packing it in tight.
Just like the major.
Yes, exactly. Alright, tanks, let's get in on them. Oh shit. Alright, let's get in a position quick, avoiding those tails.
Okay, now.
Yep.
Beware.
Oh, this is gonna suck. Okay, he's gonna have another Cataclysm phase up. Oh, Siri's about to drop.
4, 3, 2.
Alright, let's get over to the front. Triangle. Oh, no, 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 no. Get over to Diamond. Get over to Diamond. Diamond, Diamond, Diamond. Ooh, this is gonna be close. Alright, so far we just have Ebony Kai down. I'm gonna go ahead and try and battle res him. Actually, sorry, I'm gonna wait a little bit. Alright, we're in stage 2. I need Fire Totem and Arrowless to go get those shards.
Yep,
Everybody
yep.
else start using AoE damage. What the fuck?
I went in! It's in...
How many of those shards spawn?
I saw at least 3.
At least 3, okay. In that case... Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened there either, Drewland. Okay. Actually, now that I think about it,
There was only 2.
why don't we have Legenda, McThor, and Sildala do it? Because McThor and Legenda, no offense to you guys, wouldn't contribute too much to the damage dealt. So, it would probably be easier for us. Just go ahead and run off the edge, guys, so we can reset quickly.
Are you talking about the scales?
Yeah, the scales that drop off of Wrathion.
Can't run off the edge.
Oh, fuck. Alright, stand in the fire.
Suicide.
Do we know why that went off so early?
I don't know why. Like, I don't know how the fuck... All right, so I guess in that case, when he starts doing that ability, we'll need the tanks and Sildala on him as he's doing it, so that way you guys can catch the shards ASAP. Let me see if there's something that says he does damage with it. Yeah, Aralis is Sildala, if there's any confusion. Good point.
I've played with quite a few of these guys in dungeons, by the way.
Hey, there you go. See, it's all gravy in here.
I told you I was used to tanking when I first joined the guild.
Okay.
Hey, can we get some more lock rocks?
So I'm reading something here. It says Wrathion's molten eruptions unleash molten pools throughout the space, consuming 50 energy. When all his energy is depleted, Wrathion melts the shadows and inflicts burning madness. Okay.
The scales of Wrathion did damage themselves. I took 1,500 from the scales of Wrathion.
That guy is acting crazy because he turned around with the tail when I wasn't expecting it.
That's right. The tank. Let's have the tanks hit the scales because we're not going to do as much DPS to bring down the totems anyway.
Yeah, it takes a while for DPS to do so.
Well, that's some hella gear, buddy. Gotta love the girlfriend agri.
Hell, Geralt's with some mythic Nye gear. I'm still having some like a world quest gear on. What the hell?
He's top of the damage board. Naya there is putting out some damage too.
So my first time.
I think when I do my DPS, I'll have an Unholy DK and a Shadow Beast.
Okay. Sorry about that. She's ranting about a paper she's writing. I'm just like, all right, well, like any other time, that'd be great. All right. Ready to check out. All right, 15-second pull. Everybody who has potions of Unbridled Fury, let's pop them at the 3-second mark, okay, guys? So go ahead and pop them now.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, 2, 4, 3, 8, 7.
Okay, torn off.
Okay, the electors fucking hate me. Who the fuck rivaled Saxony in this shit?
Character moves so damn slow.
5.
Alright, where's he going? He's going over towards diamond and circle, so let's go over towards square and X.
Beware.
Alright, closer to X over here. Keep it tight. Right around the, yep, right around this edge. Good stuff. Alright, tanks, I want you going in now, so that way we can keep Wrathion over as close to the edge as possible. Good shit, good shit.
Okay, let's taunt.
Yeah.
Beware.
Alright, he's moving over towards the beginning, so let's go over to triangle.
1.
Let's go over to triangle, go over to green, towards the back. A little more towards the right. Oh no, we almost lost Fell Iron. We did lose Fell Iron.
I'm here.
Quite make it in time.
No, Fell Iron's dead. That's what I'm saying. Alright, so now we got phase 2. Tanks and Sildala. Let's get in there on those shards. Everybody else will start doing some AoE DPS. I'll get Fell Iron up.
I mean, the scales just disappear.
I'm dead.
Burning Madness is the thing that lets me just, like, run right through them, right?
Yeah.
So I got that, and it, one-shot me.
So this is getting annoying. We have like 10 fucking stacks of this shit. Jesus Christ.
Okay, taunting off.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know why the Burning Madness keeps fucking killing people.
Beware.
Oh great!
5,
I didn't think we'd actually
4,
make it this long.
3.
All right,
2.
let's just die. There's no point in living.
Beware.
There
Looks
we
like
go.
you're the only one left.
So, I think the reason I died is because, again, this is a newer character and has pretty low gear, only 94. So maybe like top me off heals wise before I hit the scale, and then I'll be fine.
Okay, so how much damage is it doing to you?
It's not just you that's getting hit with it. I wasn't going anywhere near the scales, and I took 15,000 damage from the scales.
Yeah, but I think if the person's standing and it soaks it and lives, then it won't do to everyone else.
So I'll soak a scale, then we'll be good. If the tanks soak the scales and just keep the heals up on us, it'll be fine, I think.
Roger.
Okay. We will do one more pull that way, and then we'll take a step back and see what's going wrong. No way we should be dying this frequently.
I only saw one scale last round.
So Legenda, you've got DBM now, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll stop making the calls then. We know.
As soon as I see 2 stacks, I run over time.
Perfect. I thought you were getting it too perfect to not have DBM actually.
Okay, so the scales deal large raid-wide damage if they're not soaked by a player. Okay, so... let me take a look. Ebony Kai. So... Actually, wait a minute, let me see here. Now we'll have Aralis do it because he has higher, he technically has more HP with his base HP and his shield. Okay, so never mind. We'll just keep going the way we're going. So it seems like the shards deal large raid-wide damage if one of them are missed. 3 of them do spawn on him, but I don't know why we keep missing them. So let's try and see if we can keep an eye out. Aralis, McThor, and Legenda for those shards. Because if one of them drops, it appears it does that big raid-wide damage.
I only saw one last time.
Okay. Alright, let's just try and keep an eye out for it. We're not doing bad otherwise. We're handling the rest of the mechanics just fine.
Just that one dingy.
Just keep mucking up on the shards. Actually, I think we can get him a little closer. Like right here. Without pulling him. Okay. Remember, pop your potion on Bridal Furies at the 3-second mark.
5, 4, 3,
3 potion.
1.
And Metamorphosis. God, I love that talent.
Everybody else, try and get near closer to other people, so that way you can start soaking up some of those AoE heals. Please. It's gonna put less burden on the healers. Alright, he's going over to square, so let's get over to circle and diamond.
1.
Beware.
Closer to diamond. Right on top of diamond, pretty much. Oh no, Soldala.
Hell yeah, Demon Hunter mobility. Never mind.
Damn it.
So far, we're just down 2. Let's keep working.
Now you're down 3. You're down a tank.
Oh shit, I didn't even realize Legenda was down. Alright, I don't think we're going to be able to recover from that.
Oh yeah, and Ethan also, just a heads up for tomorrow, I have a test from 9 to 10. It shouldn't take me the full hour, but...
Did you not have a soulstone legenda?
You're good.
Negative.
Ah.
Beware.
Alright, he's going over to triangle. Let's go over to star.
2.
I'm dead.
1.
Woof. Alright, let's just wipe, guys. We got both of our tanks down and no battle res is up.
Let's try to focus heals on the tanks.
I mean, I can heal myself too if I need to.
You should be using your power word or holy word.
Word
That's a
of
part of
glory.
regular rotation
It is.
for mitigation.
Yeah, I use my word of glory quite a bit.
Alright, guys. I know we can do this.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I thought I cast it. I'm sorry.
Hey, it's alright, dude.
Yeah, it happens.
I'm not a shitty person.
I am that.
Somebody do the restroom.
Okay. But yeah, so let's... as far as the healers are concerned, let's see if we can just keep the heals focused on the tanks. I know you guys are probably already doing it, but just wanna try and make sure that we're using our battle reses as infrequently as possible.
What's the cooldown on the...
They're 5 minutes for a charge, and we automatically start a fight with 1, but we don't get basically all the battle reses in a party are shared. So if 2 characters have battle reses, they share the same pool. So if we have 2 charges, we can only do 2 charges between both of us. So
If you
that's
want
why
another battle res, I can switch over to my druid. Same item level, same level of knowledge.
yeah, let's see if we can switch it up and not have 2 shamans. No offense, Druid and Fire Totem.
Alright, let me get out of here.
Alright, Fell Iron, can we get a lock closet set up?
Coming right up.
Alright. Okay.
Oh,
I
lock
appreciate
closet. Sorry.
No, okay. I was about to say, I appreciate the lock rocks, but Alright, everybody. Bring this thing together. No problem, Emily Kai. My fire is your druid in the guild?
Yeah, it's Bacchus, just logged in.
Okay, alright.
Why'd somebody summon me?
Remember to hydrate.
Yeah, wrong person.
Hey, you're pinning a summon too.
Alright, well, I got the right one here.
Burp.
Alright, just need some people clicking on these portals. There we go. Alright, Bacchus, I got a flask here for you.
Alright, let's do this.
I think people are still at the restroom.
Oh, yep, we got Drulan and Ebony Kai doing a thing. Alright, does anybody have any questions on what they're supposed to do? Any whatsoever.
I just wish I'd move faster. Character slower than dirt.
So, Legenda, do you know the ability where you do the, where you, like, mount up for a few seconds and then, like, basically...
I should put that on my ball.
Yeah,
I don't think...
let's see if we can incorporate that for when you need quick movement.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, no problem. So, also a quick thing. When I'm calling out a marker to move to, keep in mind that when you're... No problem, Drulan. I understand. When we're moving to a marker, keep in mind, like, look out around that spot, and if you see fire circles kind of near there, go towards the farthest to the wall point between those. So that way, like, if there's like a last minute adjustment we need to make as far as where we're running to,
I can only get upgrades.
We're not running directly towards Diamond while there's like a circle that's kind of near it. We walk a little bit past it, so that way we already know to get into a safer spot. Also keep tight so that way the healers can relieve a little bit of the burden on doing AoE heals.
I want those. I also want that. But
Alright, let me know when you want me to use and who to use Rebirth on.
Okay. So we will have... Yeah, we'll keep a Soulstone on Legenda, and then Bacchus will have you use try and use Rebirth on McThor if he drops, or Drulan if he drops. But me and Ebony Kai will kind of dial it back on our respawns, because ours aren't as strong as yours. Yours brings them back to 100%. Ours brings them back at, like, not 100%. Alright, as soon as Drulan's back, we'll get going. Yeah, 60%.
Yeah, he had to rub the belly of the dog, you know. Poor Drulan. Oh, he's back.
Alright, cool.
My dog's passed out on my bed.
Remember here, let's see if we can give the tanks a little extra TLC as far as heals are concerned. I believe most of us DPS have some kind of HP regen.
Belly Run is not here yet.
Who?
Belrun?
Sorry, I thought we were ready with someone. My bad.
Okay, okay, he's here.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, no problem, Drulan. Okay.
Can't demon hunters be tanks too?
Yes, this is true.
I have never tanked. I'm way under geared, and I'm generally not that good at the game. So if you can get a better demon hunter.
Hey, your warrior's pretty good.
Not as a tank.
5, 4,
Alright guys, pop your potions.
2, 1.
And I appreciate that comment. I mean... Oh god, incineration. Why am I always chosen? What? What?
Alright, let's back away here.
Laser.
Sorry if I caught anybody. How's it going, guys?
Hey.
Beware.
Oh God.
How you doing?
We're doing.
Mm-hmm.
4, 3, 2.
All right, he's going over towards square. Let's get over towards circle and diamond.
Beware.
More towards circle. Past it. Like right over here. Oh no, fell iron. There we go. Alright, wait a few seconds. Tanks get out there.
Okay. Sorry, I got taken out of the air.
Watch out for that tail attack from behind, guys.
I know I'm living on the edge. What? There we heal. Metamorphosis, my leech is amazing.
Beware.
Ooh.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Alright, let's get over towards diamond.
Beware.
You want to merge groups?
They're in the port. They're in a port right now.
Taking the far left scale.
Take off skills for pick.
Every time, damn it. What? Yeah, meta. Okay.
I need a heal, guys.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Alright, he's going over towards skull. Let's get over towards triangle and diamond.
Beware.
Diamond, 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 diamond. Once we get back to it, like, can we get a lust or something like that so we can try and polish them off quickly?
Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. Oh, you son of a bitch, you're wasting the metamorphosis time.
Can we get one of the, there we go. Wait, did we get it earlier? Who lusted earlier?
Yeah. You're supposed to lost on pull on Wrath.
Okay, meta until the end of the fight.
God, we almost got him down, he's at 5%. There we go, we got him.
I die! I don't like to die!
And I got the scale! Let's go, boys!
Alright, I'm gonna have to dip. I've got IRL stuff coming up at me, so...
If anybody else wants to come in, feel free.
I can come in.
If you need
DPS. If you need DPS, you can invite me.
Alright.
Let's go.
What you gonna do?
I'm bringing Fat Thumbs in.
I get a summon.
You get a lock.
Oh yeah, let's go. Oh, I don't get two. I get two pairs of wings.
Oh, you're fine.
Do we have a bus driver?
Oh, I get two pairs of wings. That is fucking awesome.
Get a lock closet for Fat Dumps, I think.
Yeah, what if we had a bus driver?
Yeah, Fat Dumps is coming in.
Yeah.
Roger. Can we get like a 4-minute smoke break?
Of course.
Yeah, go ahead. Hey, we're gonna go to a mop next, or we're doing the other one?
Mop.
I'm available too.
Here, while we're in the process of switching groups, I got early class tomorrow, so I think I'm gonna dip too.
Alright, we can bring in yappers then.
Alright. Good luck tonight, guys. One shots only.
Yep.
It's all group.
Somebody watch one shot one of these bosses, I will quit the game.
What? Group
If
2
somebody-
one-shot at every boss.
No,
no,
I'm talking like
one shot means no wipe.
Oh, that I know, but I'm just saying if somebody can one hit a boss and kill it, I would quit the game.
Rex Troy did it. He one hit dressed. One hit, like 500 million damage.
It's some scaling thing, I don't know.
He got a shaman buff, was it like 4,000 times, and it stacked multiplicatively. And he just like one tapped dress.
Right, so who's going?
Alright, have a good night, guys. Good luck.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one, Phil.
Hey, I'm taking off too.
Hi. Sick. We got Wrath. We got the fucking trinket, boys. Let's go. Fine. Where are you? Oh, damn it. It's fine. I have my own trader. Reforge. Bye-bye. Alright. Sick. Alright, I'm off. Coolio.